Hello, hello, and welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. Please let me know if you're hearing me loud and clear in the chat. And my apologies. Some of it really we had no control over. And, I just have some questions because we had to go through so much just to be connected this evening. But we're here. Again, thank you so much for your patience. Davian, Garmel, Gavor, Carlton, Soji. All right, Michael, welcome, guys. Welcome. So we're not going to go to any music tonight, because you guys have been waiting. So right now we ask that you hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. So we're in St. Anne, the Garden Parish. If you're new to this channel, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, listener, subscriber, welcome back, welcome back. We are so happy to have you guys here with us. Hello, Avi. Are you ready for this? Talk to me, Avi.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely ready for this one. And we're in the Garden Parish, and let's see what our predictions will be for the Garden Parish. Would like you to just continue to keep the chat buzzing. Let us know your predictions in the chat, and let us have a discussion. Remember to call in and let us know what is happening on the ground in the Garden Parish, and let us have a good time here, being respectful and kind to each other. So can't wait for this to kick off.
All right, fantastic. So, guys, as you've heard it from Ove, this is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining our safe space, our safe community, where everyone feels a sense of belonging and where we all feel valued. All right. So, on that note, we do not disrespect anyone, we don't belittle anyone, we don't defame anyone, we keep it real and respectful. And we ask that you do the same in the chat as well. And if you're going to call us, we want you to do the same. So if you're not, and you just share your views, all right? We're not here to attack anyone. And so that is definitely important. We understand that we share different views, and that is totally okay. This is not one voice, definitely voices in education. So if you're PNP, JLP, or no P, and you just want to hear from us, all right, we want to hear from you too. So we'll have different moments, when we'll open the WhatsApp line to hear from you. All right, so we're going to get things going here for St. Anne. So if you're ready, type ready in the chat. If you're ready, type ready in the chat. We're going to get things started with St. Anne Northwestern. So Northwest St. Anne, you're up first. That's according to what I know here. Looking for that ready in the chat. All right, so ready and let's go. Welcome one. Please remember to hit the like button. Come on, I'm just seeing 4 likes. So hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let's keep going. All right, I'm not seeing any ready. Are you ready? Avi, are you ready? Well, you said you're ready. All right, the chat is ready. Let's go. Let's go. Thanks, Davian. All right, so in the context of Saint Anne, all right, let's go here. My screen is not moving, but let's just see if I'm just going too fast here. But we should, oh, it's showing on your screen. All right, that's interesting. It's not showing on the main screen. All right, but we'll work with it. We'll work with it. In the context of Saint Anne, all right, we have, the following constituencies: Saint Anne Northwestern, Saint Anne Southwestern, Saint Anne Northeastern, and Saint Anne Southeastern. All right, so let's just keep going here. And in the context of St. and Northwestern, as you will see here, we have Dry Harbor, Sturgestone, Bamboo, and Brownstone. So these are the electoral divisions currently, and we're going to just review the results from 2007 to 2016. I just want to also make it known that we did not access the official nominated list of candidates. So, accordingly, the focus will be on the two main political parties based on the information that they have shared about candidates. All right, so let's just keep going here. All right, so in the context of St. Anne Northwestern, the candidates are Crystal Lee for the Jamaica Labour Party and Gabriela Morris, and perhaps you know her as Gabby, for the People's National Party. All right, so let's just keep going. Now we move to the 2007 results. So as you can see there on your screen, all right, we had Otney Lawrence at that point for the JLP and Michael Whittingham for the PNP. So in the context of the elections here, we see Otniel taking Bamboo, Sturgestone, and Dry Harbor, with the exception of Brownstone. All right, totaling their 8,201. All right, so almost 1,000 in the context, just a little bit below that for the win. Ovi, over to you.
Yes, this one starting out good for the JLP. They took they took three of the four electoral divisions there, and winning this one by almost 1,000 votes. So we have to give the JLP a good or kudos on this one. And we still need to watch Brownstone for the PNP, and definitely let us keep an eye on Dry Harbor as well for the JLP.
All right, fantastic. So we move to the 2011 results. And in 2011, we have Dayton Campbell for the PNP and Otniel remains for the JLP. And when we look at the results here, we're seeing Bamboo, all right, that pretty close there, but the PNP got that one. All right, Sturgetown for the JLP, Dry for the PNP, but again here pretty close. Brownstone, I guess, was where the election was really won for the PNP. There, in the context of 2,106 votes compared to 1,361 for the JLP, and the overall winner there, the PNP, 8,674 votes. So just under that 1,000 votes again, and this time a win for the PNP. Ovi, do you have anything else you'd like to add here?
Yes, just to say that Brownstone is one to watch, and Dayton Campbell doing really well to swing the seat.
Okay, let me just peek back on the slide prior there to okay with Brownstone. It was with the PNP. So I think Brownstone, let me see. Let's just go back one. Okay, that's it. Brownstone was for the PNP. And then Dry Harbor would have been for the JLP if we're looking at that 2007. So Brownstone strong. And then the PMP, they came and took over Dry Harbor. So I believe that's really what we're seeing there. Ovi, so we'll move to 2016. So for 2016, it was pretty close, closer than what we saw in 2011. So now Dry Harbor, the PNP, they're still with that, but look at how close the JLP. No, this one is really for the JLP. Dry Harbor here for the JLP, so the wrong information there in bold. Brownstone all right, for the PNP. And then we look at, Bamboo and Sturgestown there for the JLP. All right, so very close here in the context of 2016, but Dayton Campbell taking this win. Ovi, do you have anything you'd like to add here?
Yes, this one really coming close together here, and the PNP Dayton can be able to hold on to this seat, but it's getting really close, and you can see the numbers getting close to each other.
All right, so let's just keep going. Let's see here. All right, so we move to 2020. And now we see a difference in the context of the results. So Crystal Lee comes in for the JLP, and they held on to three of four of the electoral divisions, except for, no, this looks like, let me see here, guys. It's really four of four. Sturgestown is really lower, so our apologies there. So the ones in bold should have been bolded for the JLP. So they got 4 out of 4 here, and so a total there 7, 8, 4, 6. A big win here for the JLP. Ovi, do you have anything you'd like to add here?
Yes, a big win for the JLP. Crystal Lee coming into the seat and taking over from Dayton Campbell, and winning by over 2,000 votes, which suggests it is a commanding win. She definitely connected with the constituency.
All right, so in the context of the percentages, we had Mr. Shand getting 5.5%, Miss Lee 54.6%, and Mr. Campbell 39.9%. All right, so what we're going to do now is that we're going to look at the 2024 local government election results. So we went to the results there. When we look the JLP, they got all the electoral divisions. The PNP, however, was very close. So we see 5-5-5-5 for the JLP and 5-1-7-1 for the PNP. Do you have anything you'd like to share in the context of the 2024 local government election results, Ovi?
Just that this seat is getting well. It's showing that for the local government, the voters that turned out was pretty similar, and let's see if that will have any impact on the elections in 2025.
All right, so on that note, in the context of St. Anne Northwestern and the upcoming general election, the following people are eligible to vote in the context of, the number of people. 41,185 people are eligible to vote in the upcoming general elections. So now is the time that we're going to take, some short, calls. So we need you to keep them under 2 minutes. And the big question is who will win? All right. So who will win? So if you're going to call us, we ask that you do not, disrespect anyone. You do not belittle anyone. We keep it real and respectful. So don't attack anyone. Just share your point and, just move on. All right. So that would be fantastic. So I am just getting that WhatsApp number in the chat there. So it's pinned, so it's at the top of the chat. And let me just go into the chat to just, I see Davian there in the chat, keeping the chat going. All right, KJ, welcome. Bernice, welcome, welcome. And Michael is saying, sharing about the road conditions. All right. And okay. I see you there, Davian. All right, so guys, now is the time we can take two or so quick and short calls under 2 minutes. So far we're seeing, support in the chat for Crystal, and again, and I guess, criticism of what is there in the context of infrastructure in that constituency. And let us see here, Shani, welcome. And Shani is saying a lot of the electorate, they're not with Crystal, so it could give Gabby the edge, especially in Brownstone. Garnell, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And Davian is saying Crystal will win. All right. Okay. A lot of people. Yes, guys, you have to vote, 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 and vote, vote, vote. So come on. Truth or truth, welcome. Is saying Crystal will win. Come on, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscription button. If you're going to call, now is the time to call. All right. So will it be Crystal or will it be Gabby? Let us know in the chat or give us a quick call. We're going to wait just another minute to see if we're getting any calls. If not, we're going to move on. Joel, welcome. And Joel is saying Crystal will win again. All right. Welcome one, welcome all. Let us see what's going to happen. Ovi, do you have anything to say? Because it looks like we're going to go to the reveal in a little bit. Do you have anything to share at this point?
Just want to encourage you guys to hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and help us to continue to grow. We appreciate each and everyone who's here. Love to see you guys communicating with us in the chat. We really like when the chat is active and we can get information from the ground of the constituency. So continue sharing in the chat and help to keep the vibes going. Back over to you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And we ask that you keep it real and respectful in the chat. We're not going to belittle anyone. All right. And Bernice is saying, good morning. I'm praying for my PNP girl to win. All right. Fantastic. And ensure you go out and vote, Bernice. That is definitely important. Shani is saying it will be close. Carmel is asking, okay, I'll leave you guys to that in the chat. And Saint Anne, I see truth or truth. All right. All right. Good question. Okay. Diana, welcome. Diana is saying Gabby will take it. Is this Julario? All right. Let me know if I'm getting that. If they voted out Dayton, they can vote out Crystal. All right. She does not have majority of the councillors. They won the local government election based on the information that we access. All right, so they have that. Good night, Sammy. Welcome, welcome. So happy to have you here with us. All right, welcome, welcome. All right, so guys, if you're ready for the reveal, can someone type reveal in the chat? And we'll definitely go to that reveal. All right, so just type reveal in the chat and we will go to the reveal, and that would be fantastic. So again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. So let's just look out for that reveal. All right, reveal, reveal, reveal. So we're going to go to our predicted winner. And we're predicting that Miss Crystal Lee is going to take this one for St. Anne Northwestern. And of course, it's just a prediction. So that's why we open this floor, this forum to hear from you. All right, so we're just going to move on right now. And Kemar is saying, Gabby for my money. All right, Joel, I see the reveal there. All right, so let's just go to our next constituency. And this one is St. Anne. All right, Northeastern. Guys, you have to call in the time when we ask you to call. So call, I see you calling, but I'll call you back, all right? All right, so we're moving to St. Anne Northeastern. All right. And in the context of this constituency, all right, we have Ryan Simpson and Carla will call you back, all right? We can't take the call now. And Ryan Simpson is going up against Matthew Samuda. So Ryan Simpson for the PNP and Matthew Samuda for the JLP. So let's take a look at the seat. So in the context of this constituency, and I believe Beachertown was moved. We'll just look because we have some notes on our slides here. We have in 2007 Exchange, Ochi, Beachertown, Limal, and St. Anne's Bay. All right, so at that point, it was, then Shaini Robinson, and we can see there in the context of the win over Mr. Senior Smith for the PNP. Ovi, this was like what, 2000 win here. Solid win. Ovi, do you have anything you'd like to add
Yes,
to this one?
a solid win for Shahini Robinson there, and taking all the electoral division. The strong performance from her and the PNP. Well, let's see if they can recover in the 2011 elections.
All right, so we move on. Oops. Let's see. 2011. So, yes, as I mentioned there. All right, so Beachertown was moved to St. Anne Southeastern. So, you'll see that later on. And again, we had Shaini Robinson, this time Paul Stewart for the PNP. And we saw that the gap closed here and the PNP they held on to Limal, and some of the other results were pretty close in the context. So we see the big gap there would have been exchange, but the other results were pretty close in the context. But nonetheless, the JLP took this one. Ovi, over to you.
Yes, JLP holding on to this one, but the change has made the seat more competitive in the sense that PNP got a closer amount of, well, closed the gap somewhat, via the change. And I guess we're getting, that win in Lime Hall in terms of that division. But let's see how things continue to progress in this seat.
All right, fantastic. So we move forward to 2016. And in the context of 2016, another candidate here for the PNP, Mr. Gilmore. All right, the candidate remained there for the Jamaica Labour Party. And you see the result here, another big win for the Jamaica Labour Party in 2016 again here taking all the electoral divisions. Ovi, over to you.
Yes, another big win. Shahini Robinson, well established in this constituency, and the change in candidate for PNP did not help the situation much, as this was a over 3,000 um, thousand vote win for Shahini Robinson, and the PNP has lots to do in this constituency.
All right, so we move now to 2020, and 2020 we had Marsha Smith for the Jamaica Labour Party and Keith Brown for the PNP, and it was a big win for the JLP, so over 3,000 plus votes there. I would say if my maths is maths in, but I'll leave that to Ovi. But it was a solid win for the JLP. Still holding on to all the electoral divisions. Ovi, over to you. And we see that extra comma there, guys. Ovi, over to you.
Yes, that's what happened for real, a commanding win. And another change in candidate. A matter of fact, both candidates were new here, but Marsha Smith building on the strong foundation left by Shahini Robinson. And the PNP tend to have a tradition, or we could call this a trend. Whenever well, at times when the candidate is changed, then their votes tend to fall. So lots of work needs to be done for the PNP to come and flip this seat. The JLP just need to keep working hard and they'll definitely hold on to this seat. So let's see what will happen. I guess next week we'll know exactly what will happen in this seat.
All right, so we went to, okay, before we go there, so in the context of the percentages, all right, 65.9% for the JLP and 34.1% for the PNP. All right, so we went to the 2024 local government election results, and as we can see, it was a big win or a commanding win, strong enough win in the context of a local government election for the Jamaica Labour Party. They got all the divisions. Ovi, do you have anything you'd like to add here?
Yes, not only getting all the divisions, but winning by, a considerable, almost 2,000. So, showing strong support for them. They're getting strong support in all of the electoral divisions. And this is arguing well for the JLP going into the elections next week.
All right, so in the context of this seat as well, there was a by-election, all right, back in September of 2024. And so in the context of this election, the PNP, they did not have a candidate in that by-election. So the results there, Mati Samuda, who is currently running on the JLP ticket, won with 4,820 votes. All right, so let's just move on. In the context of this constituency, St. Anne Northeastern, who can vote? So 44,637 people are eligible to vote in this constituency. All right, so now to the big question, who will win? So I'm just going to return this call to the caller. Perhaps the caller wasn't calling about this seat, but we'll just go and take and see if we get in touch with this caller. So let's just call this caller and hopefully. All right, let's just try that this caller. All right, so not picking up, guys. All right, so that caller isn't picking up. All right, so hopefully the caller will call us back. And let me just look in the chat. So, guys, now is the time to hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. If you're calling us, we ask that you keep it real and respectful, and we ask that you do the same in the chat as well. All right, so let me just see here. Trying to see where I left off. All right, so Sammy is saying Samuda for the win. Um, and Truth is saying Samuda. Samuda Shani is saying, and I see you there, Garmel. Kemar is saying a win for the JLP. See you there, Truth. All right, I see you there, Shani, in the context of Ryan. And Garmel is saying Samuda for this one. Gavor, I see you there too. Joel is saying Samuda. Michael is saying Samuda. I see you there, Michael, regarding Crystal. This is an easy call for the jail. All right. Okay. See you there, Shani. All right, Matthew. will take this one, Gavor is saying. And Mr. Matthew Sabuda will take this. So, Sammy and JLP. All right, so guys, seems like you're ready for the reveal. So if you're ready for the reveal, type reveal in the chat. Ovi, I'm circling to you. Do you have any comments before we go to the reveal?
Yeah, just I'm excited to see what persons think of our prediction for this seat. So let's see how that happens. But guys, remember to hit us up with a like and a subscription whenever you get on. Remember, it's a good time now to close the chat, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, turn your post notification on so you can continue to support us as we go forward in this election. And let us know what's happening in your constituency whenever we get to your parish. And guys, remember, go out and vote. Predictions are good, but voting is what wins the election. So make sure you're contributing for your party and, political candidate.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. So I'm seeing reveal there, reveal. And can someone tell us how many likes we have in the chat as well? So we're going to reveal this one. And our predicted winner is Matthew Samuda for the Jamaica Labour Party. All right, so that's our prediction. Again, we're encouraging you, as Ovi just shared, to go out and support your candidate. That is definitely important. All right, so ensure that you go out and vote, vote, vote. All right, so let's just continue. We are now moving to St. Anne Southeastern. All right, so St. Anne Southeastern. So that is where we are going to next. All right, so our Southeast St. Anne, however you guys call it. In the context of this constituency, we have for the People's National Party, Mr. Kenneth Russell, and for the Jamaica Labour Party, we have Mr. Aldian Peart. All right, so we'll just keep going here. All right, so in the context of this constituency, and you will see that I believe in 2011, Calderwood is going to be removed. All right, I believe so, but we'll have that notification on our slide. All right, so we have here Monique, Bensonton, Calderwood, and Claremont. And the JLP there got just about 4,461 votes, and we had Miss Lisa Hanna there for the People's National Party with a big win, 7,158. Ovi, over to you.
Yes, a big win for Lisa in this one and taking all the electoral divisions. And once you have a win of over 2,000 votes, we have to consider a commanding win. Lots of work for the JLP to do in these constituencies, in these electoral divisions. So let's see if they'll do that work for the 2011 elections.
All right, so let's move on. In the context of 2011, it was a similar story with O'Neill of the JLP. Lisa remained strong, solid as a rock. You see there, Calderwood was moved to southwest, all right, St. Anne Beachertown, all right, came in here from northeast St. Anne. So some changes, as you would have noticed, for example, which parish? St. James, we have gone through some of these electoral changes. So another solid win for Miss Hannah here. Ovi, do you have anything else you'd like to add here?
Yes, just looking at the domination that she has in Bensonton and Claremont, and let's see if that will be consistent in the 2016 elections.
All right, so we move to 2016, And it was a similar story, albeit, a slight decline in the overall total for the PNP, but another solid win. All right, we see Claremont is obviously still clear for them, but, not as strong as before. But what we perhaps could bear in mind is that, okay, when Beachertown came in, it was good. Okay, all right, so we're going back. All right, so another solid win for the PNP in 2016, still holding on to all the electoral divisions there, and a new candidate there for the PNP, for the JLP, but with the same result more or less. Ovi?
Yes, another commanded win for Lisa Anna. But you look at the numbers and you can see that some of the electoral divisions, it's a little bit better, I would say, getting a little bit closer, and that shows that there has been a little bit of improvement as it relates to the JLP being in that area. And we'll just continue to watch to see if this is a trend that is happening in this electoral division,
All
in this
right, so
country.
in this constituency. Okay, all right, so now we move to 2020. And 2020, oh boy, or should I say, oh girl and boy, or oh man and woman, it was very close. So now we saw close, but the JLP, via Delroy, they held on to Monique and Claremont, which was pretty clear for the PNP. All right, and we can see that the votes were definitely lower and it was pretty close. Miss Anna held on to the win, 5,150 compared to 5,119. Ovi, do you have anything to share here?
Yes, this seat thinning out to a few votes, 31 votes support, separating both parties, and this is definitely a seat to watch in the upcoming elections. But the JLP doing well to flip Claremont, that was very dominant for the PNP in the previous elections, and let's see if this will continue in the next election that is or let's see if PNP will be able to hold on to this one. But the JLP did lots of work and they are definitely competitive for this seat.
All right, so in the context of this seat, and when I go back just a little bit, I'm not sure if the JLP did a lot of work for this one. It is clear that the PNP votes were just obviously down, but 4,877 overall. You could say that they did a little bit better for sure in Claremont because that was obviously, for the PNP, but again, pretty close. So let's look at the percent for 2020, so the PNP 50.2% and the JLP 49.8% of the votes. So what we did, we went to the 2024 local government election results, and what you can see here in the context of local government, this is a big win for the PNP. They held on to all the electoral divisions, and again, as I said, in the context of local government, this is definitely a big win. Or elections in general. Ovi, do you have anything you'd like to share here?
Yes, the PNP voters definitely turned out to represent in terms of the local government election here, and they stood up and they were definitely counted, and a win of almost 3,000, a good look for the PNP in that local government election.
All right, fantastic. So let's just keep going. In the context of Southeast St. Anne, 32,921 people are eligible to vote in the upcoming general election. So that's next week. And remember, we'll be here live, all right, for the results. So you want to stick and stay with us. And you can do that by hitting the subscription button and share. Tell a friend to tell another friend about the voices in education. Hit the like button too, guys. Somebody tell us, how many likes are gone. And let us now go to the big question. The big question is who will win? Will it be Kenneth or will it be Adian? All right, so let me just look into the chat here. So the WhatsApp line is open. So now is the time to give us a call. And let me just go. And I'm seeing that this one is Kemari saying this one is an easy call for the PNP. And Sean is saying 2020 results, all right, due to the division within the party. And Russell will win. Michael is saying that. Gavor, I see it. I see you there in the context of the predictions. Kenneth for the win. Sammy is saying. And Garmel commented there. That was the Porsche factor, I guess, back in the day there. And let me see. Oh my chat is just moving up and down. And let me just get back in the chat here. Andre, welcome, welcome. So happy to have you here with us. And Shani is saying which the JLP capitalized on and could have possible won, but most JLP didn't vote due to his removal over COVID breaches. Yeah, and I guess, that's a part of the game and the politics. If your opponent is down and you see that they're in pieces, then they're gonna go for it. And the other side would have, the PNP would have done the same too if they were in power, in government. All right, I see you there, Davian, in the context of Matthew. All right, Shawnee, again, these are just prediction, all right, not necessarily a true reflection. So I agree. And Davian is saying the PMP can win this one. And less PMP voted because they were upset with Lisa. All right, Shawnee. No competition. And the PNP vote reduced. Okay, so Garmel PNP for the win. And Shawnee saying, I'm not calling this one. That is why it's a prediction. We don't call them. All right. Andre Brown, welcome. Kenneth will win. And Soji, you're driving. Please drive and listen. Pay attention to the road. But we're happy to have you here. But safety trumps everything, all right? Be safe. And Andre saying division in the party and COVID. All right, so guys, if you're ready for the reveal, type reveal. And let's reveal. All right, so we're waiting for that in the chat. Ovi, do you have anything you'd like to share while we wait for that reveal?
Yeah, I just want to tell everyone that is in the chat, to continue to comment in the chat. We're learning lots about these constituencies and, about the candidates going forward. So just bear with us and just put, a matter of fact, I'm seeing Sammy Boo put a reveal in the chat. Let us know which candidate you think will take it for this one.
They did. They did. So we're going to the reveal. All right. So an Andre there too. So in the context of this constituency, Southeast St. Anne, we're predicting that the PNP, so Kenneth is going to take this one for the PNP again. It's a prediction. You just need to go out and vote, vote, vote. Next week, ensure that you go out and you vote for your candidate of choice. That is definitely important. It's your democratic right. So you just need to do that. All right, so that is definitely important. All right, so let us just move on to the next here, and we are going to St. Anne Southwestern or Southwest St. Anne. All right, so however you call it, and let's just go here. So in the context, oh, I missed the call. All right, I'll check on that in a bit. In the context of the candidates, we have Xavier Main of the Jamaica Labour Party and Danishka Williams of the People's National Party. All right, so let's just keep going. And remember, this constituency had an addition, and we'll see that in 2011 reflected on the slide. All right, so in 2007, all right, it was Ernie Smith there for the JLP and Mr. Shaw for the PNP. All right, so the JLP, they held on to Gibraltar and Alexandria, and Boroughbridge was really for the PNP. All right, but the overall winner was the JLP 6112 compared to 4964. Avi, do you have anything you'd like to share here?
Yeah, a good win for the JLP, sorry, in this one, winning this one with 1,000 plus votes. And you know, the thing to look on is the Alexandria and the Gilbert are they are some good
Gibraltar,
yes,
I think.
that sorry, Gibraltar, my bad.
And guys from
And
St. Anne, let us know. It's Gibraltar, I say.
and we're just looking at the numbers, and those are really strong electoral divisions for them. And let's see if they continue to maintain these, or the PNP will get to, get some of those voters coming over to their side.
Fantastic. So, yes, guys. So, Ernie Smith's daughter, too, was the person in that northeastern, so St. Anne Northeastern. So that's the seat Mattis Samoda is going in for the JLP. All right, so let's just move to 2011. In the context of 2011, we had Ernie here again, holding on to Gibraltar and Alexandria. And we see here that Calderwood was added, and Calderwood, I guess it from when we saw it there, I don't remember which constituency, it was like a PNP division. So that came in here, and we see Boroughbridge, which was very significant. Likewise, at that point, Calderwood for the PNP, they took it 6525 compared to 5703 for the JLP. Ovi, over to you.
Yes, Calderwood coming in and making a difference, coming in with almost, I would say, about 600 votes extra for the PNP, and that was significant in helping them to win this election. And when we look at the breakdown of the electoral divisions, we realize that both parties won two each, but the difference in the votes for the ones that the PNP won were really significant compared to the ones that they lost. So that's how they got that one, thanks to a hand from Calderwood.
Fantastic. And in the chat, they're reminding us that Calderwood was removed from Southeast St. Anne. And Andre is saying you're correct, the pronunciation. So thanks. So it's Gibraltar. All right. So yeah, good. Thank you very much. So you see, we learn from you guys, and we want to hear your voice here always. All right. So we move to 2016. So 2016 in comes Xavier Main. And we see Mr. Keith Walford still there for the PNP. But now it was a different, well, not such a different story, but it was a win for the JLP. So they got Gibraltar and Alexandria. The PNP got Calderwood and Boroughbridge. All right, so those have been highlighted or in bold. But the overall winner was the JLP 7186 compared to 6849 for the PNP. Ovi, over to you.
Yes, Xavier Main coming into this seat and doing a great job upsetting the incumbent Keith Walford there, and was able to connect with the people and got them out to vote, and took that seat over for the JLP.
All right, so we move now to 2020, and 2020 it was still the Mr. Main, but a new candidate, Mr. Wint for the PNP. Now we see here, all right, the JLP, let me just double check here. The JLP got all the electoral divisions, including Calderwood and Boroughbridge, all right, and maintaining Gibraltar and Alexandria. So 7877 compared to 4042 for the PNP. Ovi, over to you.
Yeah, and the trend continues. When PNP changes a candidate, they tend to lose a lot of ground in terms of, votes, and that was evident here. But we must also give credit to Xavier Main for coming into this seat and won in 2016 and was able to follow through again in 2020. And I guess I'm just guessing that this person might be doing some good work in these electoral divisions to be supported in this way. A win of over 3,000, a commanding win.
All right, fantastic. So, in the context of the percentages, the JLP got 66.1% and the PNP 33.9% of the votes in 2020. All right, we move to the local government elections in 2024, and this is what we see. So, in this context, we saw the JLP holding on to Gibraltar, Alexandria, and Boroughbridge, and the PNP there holding on to Calderwood. All right, you look, Boroughbridge is pretty close, and Boroughbridge and Calderwood, they're usually aligned with the PNP, I would say, and Gibraltar and Alexandria usually aligned with the JLP in the context of these results. But we recognize obviously that there is something going for the JLP in that division of Boroughbridge, albeit the fact that they held on to it. It's close, but it would have been a PNP strong one. And so if the JLP continues to maintain this closeness, we see what that results look like. And I mean they held on to 3 or 4, so 5692, and the PNP here 4259. Ovi, do you have anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, the JLP showing that in the local government that they're up for, this battle in the 2025 election. I would say coming out in their numbers to vote in all the electoral divisions, only losing, Calderwood to the PNP, but I think they are, doing really well, and PNP needs, to do a lot of work to get back into this seat.
All right. So in the context of St. Anne Southwestern or Southwest St. Anne, who can vote? 28,425 people are eligible to vote in the upcoming general elections. All right, so the big question is who will win this one? And I know I have some calls to return, and I'm just going to see if I can get these callers. All right, so who will win? That's the big question. All right, so let me know in the chat and let us just continue to grow stronger together by guys hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us continue to grow stronger together. If you're live, talk to us.
I'm at well, sir. Very short.
Okay.
In terms of that seat, campaign have won it twice. That's a JLP seat.
Okay.
That seat from the Gallimores, from a Bucknut Gallimore to Gallimore, and then it come down to uh was Ernest Simmons. I think Ernest Simmons won there. And then Debian Man. That seat, even in the strongest of PMP time, the JLP keep on winning it. So I'll call that for the JLP hands down.
Okay.
So the thing is, I'm at work, so I didn't see who you predicted for Northwest Center.
Northwest Crystal.
Oh, definitely, because Crystal has done a lot of work in Northwest Center. You have to see them voting in.
Okay.
So, and I've seen where she, do a lot of work. She did a lot of work. I'll send you some material with some of the work that she have done. And Crystal did very well. So I don't have any doubt that Crystal will win that seat, hands down too. And I'm predicting a 3-1 for Sentan.
I think that's pretty much our prediction here too.
Yeah, it's a 3-1 for Sentan.
1, 2.
If you look in the local government election, right? Sentan has 16 divisions, right? The JLP won 12 of the 16. So that gives you a sense of how things will go. So, and the JLP don't even have to depend on that, because those MP in Sentan, they've been working. So I'm at work. I can't say what I will listen to.
All right.
To you. So
all right, big up yourself.
you,
you too, blessings.
All right.
Thanks for calling us. All right, let me just
All
go
right.
to this caller. All right, let me just call back Soji here. All right. Hello, Soji, you're live.
In Southeast Central because for my mom from and so forth, but you pass it and I see at Alexandria now. Well, Alexandria see those teeth, no one from outside cannot win, never win in that parish. You have to come from the area. That girl don't stand a chance, not even a slim chance.
Okay.
You have to come from that place. Xavier is local boy, got to press and thing that up. It's just you have to just come from there because every girl more father run down there for years, then him come and take over. I think JP that time the father lost one time in the 70s and he never lost again, and never girl more lost it to Shaw. Then I think Ernie ran against Shaw one time and lost one, then he come back and win. And then he lost to Keith, and then Xavier take over from Keith, and Xavier gonna win very easy. Best of Obi. Yeah, the thinking you pass out so I'm not about to go back down it. So you pass out sorry.
So what you think I gonna win Southeast? Quick. Southeast and
no, because I don't know when this week then we see how the guys stay. But I don't know.
anytime you can't talk, so just something,
No, I don't think about them place, The people them foolish, don't.
No, we're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say that because other people will say that.
PMP never lost that seat yet. Because 1983 they never lost. And it don't stay better than nowhere. That's even water they have in the place. No man.
Well,
do better. Young you come up from the better.
Well, we'll see what happens. But right now, you say it's in the People's National Party column. You agree with us in terms of the prediction?
Yes, yeah. Well, you have to say that. You have to say that because I don't know the candidate. I don't know the look of you friend. Motivate them people by me. I tell you, say if the man give me that seat, if they me call Jamaica, the man give me a seat. That one I would say seat. But no one.
You say you don't want it.
No.
All right.
So for me, because maybe people not get to get you. I suggest I suggest we win 3 seats in a Senton, 3-1.
That's the same thing
You
we have
understand?
for the
3-1.
prediction. That's the same thing we have for the prediction. 3-1.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so big
All
up
right.
yourself.
Yeah, man. This
Blessings.
is Bobby. Yeah.
All right, blessings. Ove, I'm calling out for you, Ove. Are you still
I'm there,
here?
I'm there, I'm there. Big up
Yes.
yourself to Soji. Always love hearing from you, man, full of knowledge, that's awesome, awesome, awesome. Learning a lot from you. So, what is happening, my co-host? How are we doing for the likes? Let us know in the chat if we have reached 100 likes yet. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button, haven't
Well, I
hit the
guess I
subscription
guess
button.
some oh we kind of reveal the results. So guys, we're gonna go to this reveal. But I'm going to come in the chat in a little bit. So we're predicting that Xavier is going to win this one. All right, but let me just look in the chat here and see where I've left off a bit. All right, and um, Gavora see they're talking about neighboring constituencies. Shani saying Danishka will have to win Alexandria in order to have a chance against Maine, and that's almost impossible in this era. All right. Kemar is saying this one will close if Danishka can maximize the PNP votes in Calderwood and Boroughbridge. She has a chance. And Sammy is saying, I believe you, Kemar. And Xavier, all right. Shani there pretty much. Okay, see you there again, Shani. And Andre is saying I should read this comment above. Let me see which comment I missed. Southeast St. Anne, that one. I'm not sure. In terms of the pronunciation, we got that, so thank you for sharing. But I don't know which other comment, but you can retype Andre if we missed the one that we should have seen. All right, Joel is saying I'm giving this one to Mr. Min. All right, Sammy will reveal, and Shani is saying Xavier will retain. All right, Xavier, Miss Ati, welcome. All right, will retain. And Shani there agreeing with the caller. Michael is saying this is a close one. And Shani, I see a regarding Crystal. Andre is saying the PNP needs to win big. All right. In its two strongest divisions, that would wipe out the gains in the strongest JLP division. All right. Garmel is saying Danishka is in the area and she's gaining a lot of traction. Robert, welcome. Happy to have you here. We have Alexandra. All right. And Danishka can't win there. All right. Garmel is saying this one will be close. And let's just keep going. All right. Andre is saying yes. Okay. No, the trend. What about the trend? What about the trend, Andre? So while we wait for or Andre, give us a call, Andre. Would love to hear from you. Ovi, over to you. I don't know if you have any comments that you'd like to share.
No, just want to find out how we're doing in terms of likes, guys. If you could check, let us know how many likes we have here. If you're here, guys, please make sure that you hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and turn your notification on. And let us know which parish you're looking forward to next. That would be great as well. But we are really happy to have you here with us. But if you're here, make sure that you hit the like button, the subscription button, and turn your post notification on.
Andre, the only other comment that I am seeing was the division in the party and COVID affecting the turnout in 2020. That's the comment you're referring to? And we have moved on from those seats, all right? So we have moved on we're pretty much done. We're done with St. Anne, guys. You only seen 22. Guys, hit the like button. I don't know what's wrong with you guys with the like button, but hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. We can take two more or so calls before we wrap this one up. So overall, St. Anne. So we have a 3-1 in the context of the predictions. So three going for the JLP and one for the PNP. Would love to hear from you guys before we wrap this one up. All right, so we want to thank you so much for being here and for sharing. And let us know which parish you want us to go next. I don't know if we have really decided where we're going next for sure, but we're going to do one of those big ones. But we need to do those ones when we have good timing. So when we can be here very much, earlier. So I'm not sure. Ovi and I will decide if we do those on the weekend or we'll see what happens for sure. But either a big one coming like St. Catherine, or we're going to move on to St. Mary and another parish up there. All right, so we'll see. Portland, we'll see. But we are going to get them all done, and then we'll do our big prediction in the context of the winners from each constituency and our tally in a big life. So Andre is calling. All right, we're gonna wait on the call, Andre. I don't see any call coming in just yet though, but we'll wait for you to hear from you. I don't see any missed call, Andre. Try again. The number is at the top there. So just try again and see if you get us. And I know the line is working because people called in. I don't know, Garmel. That's a good question. You can tell us. You can tell us, Garmel. Tell us. Yeah, so we're going to just wait a few more minutes. So we're waiting for Garmel to answer that question. And Andre, let us know if you're going to give us a call. We would love to hear from you. And we're going to just wrap this one up. Oh, you said no, you will trend in all parishes for 2020 for the PNP. And that is not necessarily reflective, Andre. So something that we shared with some of the results, they were, for example, since you mentioned the PNP, some of the PNP seats were already trending down before 2020. And then the other part, as you mentioned earlier, Andre, is that the PNP, they had, that division with Rise and one PNP. And, that was obviously something that affected them there too. But prior that political mistiming by, the PNP in terms of their runoff and all that, some of when you look at 2016, for example, the numbers 2016 compared to 2011, we see that some of those numbers were trending down. So then when we see 2020, then one could expect that, that would have been it, based on the trend that we picked up. And for some too, when we go back to like the local government elections, it does not necessarily give us a good picture of what to expect. And again, these are just predictions, right? So we don't really know what is going to happen, but you, the people, you have the power to ensure that you go out and vote for your candidate of choice. Vote, 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 and just exercise that democratic right that you have. All right, so I'm looking, and let's see, use 2011. Andre, we have to use all of them because I mean, and let's put it this way: if the 2020 was favorable for the PNP, right? And let's say 2016 was favorable for the JLP, then perhaps you guys would want us to use all of them. So it's just come in the period. We're not just relying on 2020 alone, and let me just make that clear because I'm very cognizant of, the political, arena at that point too. So we're very aware of that. So our predictions are not solely based on 2020. So just to make that clear, we have a process here, our processes that we use in the context of our predictions, and obviously the numbers are critical there in the context of the processes that we use. But no, we don't just rely on 2020. All right. So just to share that. Avi, do you have anything else you'd like to share here?
Yeah, is this the wrap up? Just before, if this is not the wrap up yet, I just want to say thanks to all the new persons who came over today. Let us know in the chat so we can give you a warm voices in education. Welcome. If you're a new subscriber, let us know as well. And we are seeing some names popping up over and over. And we just want to say thank you guys for supporting us. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for sharing your views. We really appreciate the fact that you were able to keep it, clean and respectful as we requested. So love the vibe that is happening. And as we count down to the lecture, let us keep this same vibe going forward. So my co-host, is it the wrap-up time? This is my wrap-up speech, or
No, just hold on. I am just Andre saying that he's not able to get us on the number, but that's the number. So I'm not sure what's happening from your end. I'm not too sure what's happening from your end. Send us a message then, Andre, and I'll call you. So just send a message to
yeah.
the number and I will call you. Since the calling is not coming through, just send a message and just let me know that this is Andre Brown and I'll call you. Because we really want to ensure that we hear from you. So just send me a message on the WhatsApp number and I'll just call you. I see Soji in the chat is asking, Carlton is asking you guys to like up the show, guys. Please hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. All right.
And guys, while we are waiting on Andre to get that pacified, we want you to share with us. We asked already which part you want us to go to next. We'll do our best to try to facilitate that. And we want you to share as well, how we could improve this program. And we're thinking that, the fact that you're sticking and staying here with us is that you enjoy what is happening here. So let us see what we can do to so-called spice it up some more, but we really appreciate you being here. And guys, if you're here and you're sticking around here with us, we're just asking you for that support. We're not asking for a lot. We're just asking you to just hit that like button, hit that subscription button
All right.
so
So we're
that we
getting a
can stay
call. So let us
connected.
just call Ovi. Hello,
Okay.
call. You're live.
Oh, now I see. So, oh, I can get you on WhatsApp, not straight. I was trying to call it straight. This is
Oh,
Andre.
yeah, it's WhatsApp only.
That's what you should have said.
That's what I,
Communication is important.
that's what is in the top of the chat, Andre.
No,
WhatsApp,
but yeah, I mean,
WhatsApp
yeah,
call
but not
only.
everybody will use WhatsApp.
Oh, that's
So
yeah.
yes,
Talk to us.
yeah, man. So good. I like the discussion. I like the analysis and so forth. But what I was saying to you, I saw you said responded that 2020 was an anomaly. So one can't use 2020 to make any comparison. You would have to use 2011 and 2016 to get a true reflection. Because if you notice in Southeast St. Anne, where that constituency is number one by over 3,000, 4,000, sometimes 5,000 by the People's National Party. If you notice, even the local government, the PNP got more vote than what it got in the 2020 election. I'm sure you observed that.
Yeah, from the result, that was convincing in terms of the win.
Exactly. What it shows you then that the PNP base was not reignited, the PNP base was not kindled. Once you have a PNP base kindled, because remember there was no campaigning in 2020, so the Jamaica Labour Party had the advantage, and that is why seats that are traditional PNP seats, right, went to the JLP. So, for example, Westmoreland.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but so when we look at that, we understand all the different contexts or factors in at play in 2020, right? And
Good.
but as I was sharing there, when you look at the data, sometimes the numbers, since we're talking about the PNP, they were already trending down. So even if you should take out 2020, and some people, they have asked us to go to the local elections, that we went there, but we weren't really showing the results on screen for some of them, and we don't for all of them either, because especially for some that usually goes a particular way. So it was based on that, because we're not just using that. So for Southeast Center, and obviously we predicted that one for the PNP, because 2020 wasn't really a factor. When we look at our factors, yes, 2020 was a factor, but the factor in terms of it's going to sway the seat for the JLP, right? Even though it was pretty close, right? So, and even though the number trended down significantly for the PNP, I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So when we do, yeah. So when we do this,
when you use the even the local government, let us go back to Southwest St. Anne. If you notice, in 2020, the JLP won all the divisions massively because the PNP was wiped out across the island, wiped out. But if you notice, even in the local government, they won back one of the two that they had. Even though, as I made the comparison for Danishka to win Southwest Senan, she would have to perform very well in the two strongest PNP, so that would wipe out Alexandria and Gibraltar.
But usually, those, as you mentioned, are really strong places for the JLP. And the thing with Calderwood too, it came over as a PNP division based on what we saw from the data, right? It came into that constituency.
That's why Keith Walford from BSLC was able to win it.
Yes, so it came over as a PNP division. But what had happened, from what we have seen, is that for some reason in context, the JLP, they were able to work up some numbers and get closer to the PNP in that division. So right now on our screen we have the local government. So if you look at that, 2024, the PNP got that, but then the JLP was still 1,045 and they got 1,279. But if you look at Alexandria and Gibraltar, 1,313.
Those are JLP bastions.
So those won't change. Yeah, you see that. And then the next thing is that Boroughbridge, which was usually aligned with the PNP, the JLP, somehow they are pretty strong there. That one is going to be close, I believe, as to who really holds on to that in the next upcoming in the next week.
So what you find then is that election is a numbers game. If I know that I need to win a constituency,
you're working numbers.
I would have to spend.
They just need to go and work their numbers.
Exactly. I have to work in the areas that I'm strongest.
Work their numbers and try to at least come as close as possible in the ones that you're the weakest, for sure.
And good. Remember that money has a lot in terms of campaigning. Remember, election is one on the day, because when you look at a Westmoreland, when you do your analysis now, you reach a Westmoreland, or you reach even a Manchester, or certain other seats, you're finding that DC's traditional was strong for for the PNP, but because of the division, and you think is once a house is divided, it cannot stand. And a divided house went up against a prime minister who was able to, a lot of these candidates won on the prime minister's coattail, because nobody even knows much about some of these persons. If I ask her right now, who is a PNP candidate in Western Hanover, you can't tell me. Many person can't, because these seats are traditional PNP seats, south, east, cent, and as a seat that, as somebody mentioned, that has never been won by the Jamaica Labour Party. And we won that by what, 32 votes in the last election. Yeah. So now when you say I won, you know that I am more for the PNP, right? But
that's fine.
It's a,
that's fine.
Yeah, man.
We're good here. Nobody's going to attack you. We're good here.
So this election now is a total different ball game. You have a revived, pumped up People's National Party,
and I'm going to put it to you, you know. And I'm not really into I understand the politics. I kind of study the politics somewhat, but I'm just going to put it to you that election is going to be very critical, and I think it's going to be more critical for the PNP in the context of their leadership and in the context of the unity that we believe we're seeing now, right? Because one, do you believe that Mr. Golding really wanted to be the leader of the PNP?
And that is a very good question. He never the leader. Okay. And that is why he recognized that he is now the chosen one. And if you notice, his rise has been nothing short of a miracle in terms of coming from out of obscurity, going straight up, where you see even with the polls, he has a better favorability. I think the favorability rating between him and Mr. Olness is about what, 3 to 4%.
It's very
However, he has a better unfavorability rating. So when you do the subtraction favorability versus unfavorability, it comes out at a +9. And remember that the election is not won necessarily by who's a leader. It boils down to constituency. And somebody maybe in the constituency that you love much, right? So you may say, okay, good. I give you Paul Patmore in South Trelawney. He's loved down there. And so he doesn't have to come over on a PNP, let us say, skirt tail, because he's a man of the people. And so he knows the politics and people know him. So he has that going for him. But the election will be won, of course, by the party that is able to better organize its base.
For sure. And we don't, I said, I don't know how long have you joined us in terms of these conversations? Like,
I was listening to the debates, and then then I came across you.
Oh, okay. So it's your first night here. Okay. So we are going to talk, so just in the context of what we do in terms of getting information and, you know, accessing and what we see just from our lens, we're going to share, but we are not sharing that now, because we just share numbers, and we don't want people to think that we are a political platform, because we do a lot of current affairs, sports, and, you know, we have something for everyone. So like tomorrow morning, guys will be here for the Diamond League finals. So if you're interested in that, please ensure you tuned in. You tune in to us. So we see some things happening, and we feel that it would be good to just share some general comments, but we are not going to do it now. We'll wait until after the elections, as you mentioned, in the context of organization, mobilization, and, you know, just some things that we picked up while we're doing our little work here in the context of sharing. Okay. So, you know,
have you been in the field though?
In the field, what do you mean by that?
Like go in the constituency to hear from people, maybe to call, just to get
people call
versus
we,
like
we
just
talk
that's how
to
people
people,
call you
yeah,
now.
we talk to people from different places, but we don't cover everywhere. You understand? So I'm not going to put
Okay.
it to you to say we know what is happening in every single constituency or division. No.
Mm-hmm.
So like sometimes we get a
Okay.
general picture, but for some constituency, obviously we have stronger connections than
Okay.
others. Some we don't really, it's just like a general picture of what is happening. So we're not going to say that we know everything because we don't know everything. So when you guys call, we learn from you too.
Okay, good, good, good,
Yeah.
good, good. Okay, great, great, great. I like the analysis and so forth. But it'd be good to back it up with. I like the use of data
Mm-hmm.
that you're using because usually your data helps you to give your projection.
Oh
And
yeah.
usually, as I said, with the local government election, it always projects you to the trend. Always, it always
Sometimes.
give you that trend.
Sometimes.
For example, if you see, for example, you showed a Northwest Clarendon, which is Richard Azan versus Warren Newby.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, there are certain trend like a spalling division that
Yeah.
is a strong
Oh,
PNP versus a
we did
strong
that.
P versus a strong JLP.
We did
You
that.
recognize that the
Yeah.
trend is there, and these trends don't really change like that. Once it's like 1,000 votes that separates them, it stays that way for the most part.
Yeah, we did Clarendon and we predicted Mr. Azan for that seat.
Yeah, man, he will take back. You see, he has been there before now because he lost and come back and lost and come back.
And he's there.
So
Yeah.
he knows the geography, and Warren Newby just went into that seat like this year. So he is new in terms of the campaign to the seat and so forth. So he is a more of a veteran in terms of Azan.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we predicted that that one was going to be close, but we gave it to based on what we have seen to Mr.
Yeah.
Azan in the context of the prediction. But we really appreciate your call and we look forward to having you here for the rest of our election program. So we'll be here
Sure. And if you
night.
want to add me to a group to which I could come in and to, share and so forth, no problem.
Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
be happy to
So
do that.
okay, fantastic. So yeah.
Great. Speak with you.
Thank you so much, Andre. Really appreciate the call. Blessings and love.
Yeah, man. And blessing to your listeners. God bless.
God bless you too. Take care.
Okay.
All right. So that was a very good conversation there. Yeah, Ovi, I'm coming over to you and I'm just going to look quickly in the chat there.
Well, I am
Talk
here.
to us.
Thank you, Andre, for never giving up, and that I like the spirit. He wanted to share his views, and he never gave up. And we were able to hear him, and what a wonderful conversation that was. So, guys, we want you to continue to converse with us. We really, really love to hear from you. So continue to share in the chat. Give us a call whenever you can, and we'll definitely take it once the time is appropriate. So thank you for keeping it real and respectful. We really appreciate that going forward as well.
Yeah, for sure. Welcome, Ron. Happy to have you here. And yes, Robert, we did make that prediction. And um and Shani is saying good analysis, Andre. All right. And Rowan, okay, you're counting for us, Rowan, because we are not even counting, but we'll do that in one big presentation. So yes, guys, and I really want to share with you guys in the chat that you have some people who come on this platform who are trying to, I guess, bully us or and making very disrespectful comments and taking it over to WhatsApp. But people who know us, like our day one, Garmel, you have been here. Soji, you have been here. And a lot of you guys, you don't understand this space. And I understand too that for some of us, we are not used to a space or a place where we can just share our views, and it doesn't matter because I'm not sure. I know that there are channels that are very much politically aligned. We're not that space, because if it is that we can't hear from each other, then I just don't understand. At the end of the day, we are just making predictions. It's the reality will come next week, and we'll be here for that reality. And as I said, come man and say, boy, they never do this, or we did tell us so and so and that go happen. But we just keep it real and respectful. There's no reason for anybody to be calling me a gal. All right? And I try to keep, I am that person. It's not that I can't answer you, but you know what I said? You see, when people go low, we go high, right? For a conversation and for sharing predictions, people, it's not that serious. We're just opening a space where we can have some engagement and some interactions. I don't understand why, right? Why you would want to go that far. For what? For what? I honestly don't I don't get it. I really don't get it. So that part of it is just beyond me, where we can't understand how to appreciate other people's views. Like, come on, we're not the only one with knowledge, because if we're the only one with knowledge, it means that we are doctor, politician, nurse, teacher, everybody in one. We don't need nobody else but ourselves. So we just need to understand that, right? We just need to understand that. That is just simple what we're saying. And that's just not good. And that's all I'm saying. Please, please. We're just sharing because we have community members that really appreciate what we're doing and really ask. There's no way, based on the data, and let me put that in, based on the data, and I won't say no way, but based on the data that we are seeing, you can expect that we're going to predict all the seats for one party, all the seats based on the data. And again, it's prediction. Let's see if the people on election day go to the polls and vote for one party to get all the seats in Garden House. Let's wait and see. So if somebody is making a prediction, how dare you come here and call me a girl? I don't get it. So that's just ignorance, darkness on a different level. That's just stupidity, and you're just low and very disrespectful, and the person know themselves. Yeah, on a different level. Be respectful. Be respectful. Be respectful. This is not a political platform. I listen to both sides, and we learn from each other. So you can't come here and say, okay, you're going to. We don't even tally. We don't even tally. Honestly, we don't even tally. So I can't understand why people, you're going to push your views on me. I am not pushing my views on anyone. We open this space and we ask that you just share respectfully. Don't you dare come here and call me any girl. Yes, Avi, over to you. That was here ended that part of Voices in Education. So we just want to let you know that we got the message and we understand, and we're not going to go down that road with you. So when you go low, we'll keep high. Yeah, and I am surprised that the person even had the audacity to come back here. I wasn't expecting to see the person here. Yeah, you can farm a YouTube, you can create a channel for yourself. And if you have one view, just share a view. And anybody that come up there and say something different, you just block them. We could block you from this channel, and we didn't do that. But what we hope for you is that you will learn and understand that it is okay for others to share their views, because we could block you from this channel. And I am not doing that. I am not doing that. And you know yourself because you're in the chat right now. I'm not doing that. But all I'm saying is that just share some respect and we good. That is all. You don't need to do that. Respect, respect, man, respect. You don't have mother, you don't have sister. That's how you would talk to your mother, your sister, your daughter. Don't do that. Yes, Ovi, over to you.
All right. Yeah, that's how it is. Unfortunately, we have some persons that not necessarily share the same views and have the same values that we have. But as you mentioned, we're not going to block anyone for that because we're going to give you the opportunity to learn because that's how life is. We need to be able to identify the mistakes that we make. And as soon as we're able to identify those mistakes, if we can take steps and be a bigger, better person, then we do that because, without growth, it means that we're stagnant. And if we're able to share our views, we we are not necessarily going to support the same political candidate. We're not going to support the same party. But we should be able to, as adults, have a space where we can communicate, talk about issues, talk about, what is affecting us in a way where everyone feels respected and appreciated. So, the thing is, if we all had the same mind, we all thought about things the same way, we would all wear the same color clothes, we would all drive the same cars, we would do the same things and life would become boring. But we can have an exciting life. We can have great conversations by looking at the same thing from different vantage points, from different perspectives. And that's what we need to do. We don't need to embarrass anyone. We don't need to single out anyone. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to look into yourself and say, boy, this is an opportunity for growth. And we're looking forward to see that growth because, we are from the standpoint that everyone can learn. So we're going to show and we're going to give you the opportunity to learn all you can. But you know what? I don't want this program to end this way. We have had lots of persons who came on, you shared and you found out and you found this place, you like this place. We have kept this space, you know, nice, somewhere where you can talk and we can share information about something like politics. And we have been learning from you. And let me know in the chat if you have learned anything. We have spent, hours preparing these
Oh, yes.
information, putting this information together. And you know what? How many of us learned something from the slides that we have put together? I have learned a lot from it. You can let me know in the chat if you have learned anything. We have seen some of these, electoral divisions and how they have swayed, and you can see the trends. And, I am sure, I could almost say I'm 100% sure that you'll not get this anywhere else. And we're blazing this trail because of you, because we want us to have a better understanding of what is happening in the politics and how we can go about, selecting the right candidate, talking about what is happening in our area, holding our political leaders accountable because they are representing us. So we are going to keep this space safe. We'll not let any detractors take away from this wonderful place. I've met so many wonderful persons here. I've learned so much. So if you come here with a mindset that you have known it all, you know it all, and you're not going to learn from anything, you're just here to share, then
Let us
probably
just
this is
state
not the
this.
space
Just
for
state
you.
this, caller.
No problem.
Hello, caller, you're live.
Yeah, good night, good night, good night.
Good
I
night.
believe I I believe that guy needs to be black right now. Come on, you need to check the chat and check the chat. He needs to be black.
Okay. We'll see what's happening
Yeah,
in the chat there. Yeah.
yeah, just check it. Yeah, he's not one of us.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, all right. Take
All
care.
all right. Thanks.
Mhm.
Sylvia, I think it's really bad in the chat, so I'm going to go into the chat. Guys, let us know what's going on in the chat. Um,
I guess we could have a vote off on this too. But the thing is, we need to get to a place where we're not speaking with our emotions. We should be able to analyze situations and understand that persons will have different views, and that's how life is. We'll never agree on everything in life, even with your partners. Think about it. Do you guys agree on everything? No, but we are able to be compatible with each other. And that's what the life is all about. We do what we have to do and get things going. So, yes, guys, we don't want to end it. And I'm going to ask my co-host, we don't want to end it on a sour note. We have had too many successes to end this on a sour note. I personally, I come from a mindset where we are going to be positive. We don't focus on negative. Negativity kills us, and
yeah,
we don't
I
want
don't know. I put that person in timeout, so I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if I can. Let me see. Yeah.
But let us continue to have a good time here. We have been going through the seats. And you know what I like? When people call in and say, boy, this candidate, they're working in here. When they really see this candidate over,
Exactly.
get
We don't know
we get
everything.
that realness from it. We are just not looking at just sole numbers. And I know most times we see these information being presented. You see the final score. For example, we have a slide on screen right now. You will see that JLP gets 5,000 plus votes, PNP gets 4,000 plus votes. JLP wins. You're not knowing about the little electoral division over there. I said, boy, over here so strong, And get a new lease on life. Look at it for something else. But guys, we are not going to stop, and we're going to keep this space safe. And we're not make one person. No, sir, not at all. We're not going to make one person or two persons break this down. This family is too strong
Yeah, this
for that
person
to happen.
is. I just seen some of the comments. My word. Yeah, it's just unfortunate, and we as you said, of a good definitely going to prevail, and that is it. I am sorry, guys, that for some of you, you're new here and you're experienced. This is not how we operate, for sure. Not how we operate. Not how we operate. All right. So we invite you guys to come back, and I'll figure out how to perhaps just hide this channel. Yeah. So not how we operate, for sure. And obviously, obviously, something is just wrong with some of us when we don't know how to control ourselves and our emotions. And so it shows too sometimes when some people are crying out for help. And yeah, so hopefully that person gets the help that they need, because obviously that could not be normal behavior. No, could not be could not be normal behavior. All right, it could not be normal behavior. Could not be normal behavior. All right. So, yeah. So, on that note, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. And the word is love. It doesn't matter if you're PNP, JLP. At the end of the day, we're all Jamaicans. And this is the type of behavior that we should not tolerate. We should not promote. We should not accept, because these are the things that happen and then we allow them to slide. We should not tolerate them. Call them out when you see them and let people know that they're wrong. And we want to create this space where, because if it's just one view around this world, we don't need to have an election. Might as well we just have a dictatorship, because if I want, so it's no longer democracy. Why can't we not share our views? Like, you have freedom of expression, and you do so, and we do it respectfully, and understand that with each right, there is a responsibility aligned with that right. So It doesn't mean that because you have freedom to express yourself, you're going to use, like hate speech or you're going to defame people. No. And there's a cost to defamation, right? We don't have any money to pay. And so we keep it real and respectful. At the end of the day, if Mr. Golden becomes the prime minister, he is our prime minister for Jamaica. If Mr. Holness goes back to being the prime minister, he is our prime minister for Jamaica, right? And that is why I encourage you to go out and vote. Because if you don't vote, somebody is going to choose your next MP or your next prime minister. So that is definitely important. But the word is love. We don't need to fight. And if somebody's voting for a particular party and you decide that you're going to vote for somebody else, just exercise the right and leave people and let people be. It doesn't mean that we have to fight. And yeah, so that is definitely important. And it I don't even know if this person that was there in the chat, if they're going to vote. And that's just a part of it. It's just the sad reality. But I just want to say thank you so much for keeping it real and respectful in the chat there, and for standing up. I'm just getting to see some of the comments, and I'm going to go there and see what else I missed there. But for sure, we are definitely not going to accept that. And Sammy is saying, "Love you, girl." I don't know if it's for me or Sammy, but we love you too. And Shani is saying, "I'm not a die-hearted party supporter, but facts are facts." All right, Shani, and we appreciate that too, but we just share it respectfully. So if you have facts, share your facts respectfully. That's okay too. All right, so I am looking in the chat there. I know I missed a lot of comments because, of all of this, but guys, thank you for sharing. To all the silent listeners, supporters, thank you so much. If you have not showed up in the chat, but you have been here, do not leave without hitting the like button and the subscription button. All right, let us just continue to grow stronger together. And for sure, we'll be back with another prediction for another parish. Ovi, do you have any final comments?
Yes, for sure. I just want to say thanks to all the persons that turned out and supported us. We really appreciate you, and just continue to stick and stay with us. Come and let us know what is happening in your constituency. And guys, let us continue the positive vibe. Positive ever, negative, positive ever, negative. We're not going there any at all. So let's continue to hold our head high and just have some really good conversations as it relates to this. Let us take the learning and move forward. So God bless you all. Take care and walk good.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ovi. And I like that. Positive ever, negative never. All right. Blessings and love, everyone. And I'm just going to play some music and we'll sign out. And we'll see you guys in the next live. So ensure that you turn on your post notification. All right. So tap the bell and select all so that you know what when we go live. All right. So blessings, everyone. And take care. See you all in the next live.